But in this lesson, we're going to learn how to round off, but the lesson is going to be divided into three parts. We're going to look at rounding off to the nearest powers of 10, that is 10, 100, 1000, and so on. And then the other part, we're going to look at rounding off to the nearest 5. So rounding off is often used to make calculations easier. The digit to be rounded will either remain unchanged or increase by 1. Remember that. The digit to be rounded will remain unchanged or increase by 1. So you're going to learn when does the digit remain unchanged and then when does the digit increase by 1. Let's look at rounding to the nearest powers of 10. We're going to focus on rounding off to the nearest 10 first. Right, when rounding off, look at the digit on the place value you want to round off to. When rounding off, look at the digit on the place value you want to round off to. When rounding off to nearest 10, look at the tens digit. Like we have this number here. Which number is the tens here? It is the 7, this 7. So this is the tens digit. This is the number that is going to be increased by 1 or remain the same. But now, how do we know if this number should remain the same or be increased by 1? Take note of this. If the digit to the right, just look at the digit to the right, which is 6. Right? If the digit to the right of the tens digit is 5 or more, like 6 is more than 5, increase the tens digit by 1. Increase the tens digit by 1. So it becomes 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. And then make the last digit 0. Done. So this number, when rounded off to nearest 10, is 567,880. That's your answer there. We're still on rounding off to nearest 10. We look at the tens digit. In this case, our tens digit is 8. And then check the number to the right of the tens digit. If it is less than 5, 5 not included, less than 5, meaning that it can be 4, 3, 2, 1. If it's 0, then it's already a 10. The tens digit remains the same if the number to the right of the tens digit is less than 5. The tens digit remains the same, and then the last digit becomes a 0. So it means you have 4, 6, 5, 465,000, 7. Then this one remains the same, does not change. And then the last digit becomes a 0. Okay, done. We have managed to round off to nearest 10. Right, you can try these before I show you the solution. You can just pause the video here and try this before I show you the solutions. Right, let's look at A. The tens digit here is 2 because we're running off to nearest 10. The tens digit is a 2, and then the number next to it is more than 5. So it means a 2 will increase by 1 and becomes a 3. And then the last digit becomes a 0. So this is 7,857,330 and round it off to the nearest 10. This is the tens digit, and then the number next to it is less than 5. So it means 7 will remain unchanged, and then the 2 becomes the 0. So you have 6,525,170. We have the tens digit here, which is 8, and then the number next to it is a 5. We said if the number next to the tens digit is 5 or more, then the tens digit is increased by 1. So since this number is a 5, that means the tens digit, the 8, is going to be increased by 1, becomes a 9, and then the last number becomes 0. So it's 2,011,990. Okay, that's how we round off to the nearest 10. In the next part of the lesson, we're going to look at rounding off to the nearest 100.